Hey y'all. So I'm back again. Little fidget review. I've really been enjoying these things. I can't tell you enough. I like EDC. Big fan of pocket knives. Um, and I fidget constantly. I vape. I smoke. Trying to cut back on the vaping and the smoking. So I've been playing with these little fidgets, and I like to modify mine. So I bought this one. This is a little capsule. And again, almost everything I get, I'm going to say everything I get is through Temu. So I am fully aware they're knockoffs. I'm not going to pay the exorbitant amounts for these little doodads, which are just pocket candy at the end of the day. It's something for me to fidget with. Literally, it's in the name fidget. So I buy them off Temu for $5 or $10. So far, I've had a great experience with Temu. Um, you have to wait a week or so, but they get them to you, especially if you get through the warehouses in America. So this is, I cut myself the other day. So this is this little capsule I bought, and I really didn't know if I'd enjoy it, and it is quickly becoming one of my favorites. So I modify everything. So I got it, and I played with it for about a day, and it had this like a like a paint, kind of like this one's anodized or something. I really like that. So I went through and sanded it down. I got a little belt sander with a polisher, and it pops apart. And I threaded it, and I put thread in there. I plugged that hole. These are for, I guess originally it was for a lanyard where that green phosphoresces, and I don't know why it's there on this one. I think it's just to look cool. It doesn't glow in the dark or do anything, but it's there and it phosphoresces under black light, so it doesn't charge up. It doesn't do anything. But I put some tape, a little low friction tape, which is I can't tell you enough how much I love low friction tape. So I polished it and I threaded it, and that already have threading in it. And here's the other side. I polished it. I'm using two hands, and I'm sitting at a very awkward angle. Oop. So I use this as a spinning top. I've yet to be able to make this spin, but that's what I'm going to do with that screw. I'm thinking about putting a longer screw on there and then polishing it down to a point so I can use this as a spinning top. But you've seen these, you know how they work. My only bit of advice on these, if you get a little bit of oil um, on here or in there, this will, this is supposed to stop. There we go. That's supposed to stop. If you get a little bit of oil from your skin or from whatever, and it gets on this ring, or it gets in that bearing in there, I don't know if you can see it. There we go. That little silver thing's a bearing. It works really well. Um, it will just slide right off. This rubber doesn't stop it anymore, and it will just fall apart on you. But I've been having a lot of fun with this, and it's just super fun, and you get this haptic feedback. I don't know if you can hear that. And then this spin, and it will just spin for a pretty good long while actually. And then you can flip it around in your hand. I'm actually have another one in the mail because I thought it'd be nice to have two to just do this with. Then I have this knockoff Musketeer, which I've shown before, and you can see I've modified it even more. I went ahead and cut two new grooves and put a little solar resin up at the top to kind of give it some resistance and keep the seal. And now I can go like that. I cut little holes in there. I know it's not pretty, but it's functional, mimicking what's down here. And I got them just a little bit, so there's just a little bit of resistance, so it's pretty smooth. Yeah. And then I'm trying to find more beads. I want a different bead. I want to add a bead, but I took out the screwdriver bit because I got another little fidgety screwdriver thing I use. So this one is absolutely a favorite. It's a must-have. It goes everywhere with me. And then this one is also a new must-have. Again, I've polished the living crap. I really like that dull gray when the metal patinas. I really like that. That's what's going to happen with this pill is it's going to turn this dull gray color. And I'm pretty happy about that. But put a little low friction tape on it and brought back the crunchy a little bit. But I just really like this thing. So these three are my must-haves. And then if you want to see my pocket knife I use for everything, it's this guy. Of course, I glued a magnet on it. And I got this for, I think it was $11 on Temu, and I put a deep carry clip on it. And then it's got a replaceable razor. So I bought a bunch of those on Temu. I got like 50 for $11. Sometimes I sharpen them just for fun. But this is a sturdy little knife. I had to go through and put Loctite on all the little screws. It does come apart pretty easy. That's why I put Loctite on everything. And then I always glue a magnet on something. And then I got this as a wallet. I was looking for a new wallet, and this is a little pouch I just carry all my stuff in. I decided not to use this one as my wallet. I used a little bigger one for my wallet. Yeah, so there's that. But this little pill, these things are great, and I can't imagine not having two. That's why I have another one I gotta go get from the post office, because just imagine carrying two of those around with you and then having them like those little meditation beads and then being able to fidget with them. Oh, that's gonna be amazing. Okay, guys, Uh, hey, thanks for watching these videos. I know I don't, again, everything came off Temu, and I modify absolutely everything. Again, if you have it, if you paid for it, if you own it, make it do what you want. That's all I'm saying. If you're the type of person like me that fidgets and tinkers and enjoys, I'm not worried if I'm going to break it. Again, this was like, I think, $15 on Temu. Um, and I'm aware that this is about $300 something name brand. I don't see the difference between this and the name brand, literally at all. I've looked at all the reviews, I've watched all the stuff, I've looked at the everything I can get my hands on, and this seems a dead-on exact. Yeah, so there's that. So, but again, the modify it. Modify if you want it, do it. It's yours. Okay, guys, have a great day.